let's talk about what kind of jobs you can get in the aviation business getting your administration degree. This one's for Danny Smith. Danny, what an exciting place to be. It sounds like you're in school, so I'm just going to assume that. And there are so many opportunities in aviation. Obviously, with aviation, everybody thinks pilot, and you can add to your degree and add a pilot's license. And with that, you can get a job at one of the airlines, obviously, but there are other opportunities as well. You can be a crop duster, you can put out fires, you can teach flight schools, and in this, you can also become an air marshal. Let's talk about what you can get if you don't want to be a pilot. And this business is just like anything else. You've got sales, you've got marketing, you've got operations, HR. I went out to Indeed to find out what kind of jobs are out there, just to give you an idea of what types of things that you might want to try. My philosophy is this. You always want to think about the activities within a job that are going to make you happy. Some jobs have a little bit more strategy involved. Some are working a lot with people. Sometimes you have to get other people to do things for you, like sales, or if you want to get into management. So there are lots of different ways that you can skin this cat. You need to do what's right for you. Let me give you a few of those examples. Here's one that I think is really interesting. This one's with American Airlines. It's a manager of business transformation. And basically what you're doing is you're looking for opportunities to either save money or make money within American Airlines. And I think about that, and this isn't in the job description, but things that I can think of are maybe figuring out how to save money on the food that they serve on planes. I think they've done enough of that already, but you never know, there might be room for improvement there. Maybe that you're analyzing the fuel and where you're getting the fuel. Maybe it's looking at the airport operations. I know at the DFW airport, they've made tons of changes to the terminals. I'm sure there's some strategy that went behind that. Also with this job, you're having to work with people to actually get the projects completed. So project management is a big part of this job as well. Doesn't tell me what you can make in this role, but it looks interesting. I'm also seeing a job for a crew coordinator for American Airlines. You'd basically be working, typically I see something like this under the HR department. I'm not quite sure in the aviation team where that falls, but what's really cool is you're scheduling all the crew for all the different planes that are going out. You probably need to make sure that you do that job right? Because if you don't get enough crew on the ship, or on the ships, on the planes, you're not going to get people going where they need to go. So that's kind of cool. I kind of look at that and say you need a lot of probably attention to detail. You're going to need to be able to communicate well and coordinate schedules. It almost looks like a puzzle to me on trying to figure out who goes where when. So, if you like that type of work, I'm trying to see if you've got crew scheduling management tools, knowing how to work those tools and making sure that they work properly so that all the crew knows when they're supposed to be working. This part looks really interesting. Oh, here it is. Works in creating open sequence pairings for maintenance ferries, extra sections, I don't know what that is, but rescue missions and charter operations, critical ops, I don't know. It just sounds really important to me. So take a look at that one as well. Boeing has another job listed for Associate Supply Chain Specialist. I'm going to tell you what I know about supply chain. You're making sure that Boeing gets all the necessary supplies that they need to build their planes, to run their operations. You're looking at schedules for vendors. You're making sure that the vendors are giving you the product that you ordered. You want to find the best vendor at the best price. So having negotiation skills is going to probably be important in this job. And really knowing everybody in the company and making sure that you're taking care of their needs. By the way, that position makes anywhere from $70,000 to $90,000 a year. Envoy has a job for an analyst, airport workforce operations. And it says here, you're making sure that the airports are properly staffed. Another role that I looked at earlier was concessions within the airport. I think the point here, Danny, is there are a huge amount of opportunities within this degree. So getting that aviation business administration degree, anything that you can think of within the airlines, the planes, the airports, anything having to do with aviation, there's an opportunity there. So it really comes down to what's going to make you happy. If you've got any other questions on this, I want you to put it in the comments, but have fun with this. And if you need help, I work with people all the time to help them figure out what's going to make them happy in a career. I'd love to work with you. P.S. I left out air traffic controller. Duh. That's like kind of a big one. And talk about making some cash. You can make close to $200,000 as an air traffic controller. So check that one out too. Bye.